A few days ago, I created a TLDR for YouTube videos. This app takes keywords that interest you the most and then scrapes YouTube to find the most viewed videos on the subject that were published in the last week. You can see the title of the video, the number of views it got, and who published it. Then you can select the video that interests you the most and click Get Transcript. In a matter of seconds, you will get the full transcript as well as the straightforward summary of the video. You will be able to see what people are talking about on YouTube and stay informed without having to spend too much time watching long videos. This tool will save you time, and I'm going to post the link to it in the description box so that you can use it too for free. And don't worry, I will not make you sign up for my latest newsletter about AI tools in return. I just hope you find it useful. Also, I built this tool in less than 20 minutes, even though I'm not a programmer, and I wanted to share with you how I made it and why I think that you can and should learn how to make your own tools as well. But let's start from the beginning.
Okay, let's go.
You've probably noticed that in the last couple of months, with the rise of AI tools, nobody feels safe anymore. Illustrators, architects, programmers, even lawyers feel threatened to a certain extent. There's only one area that seems to be not only surviving but thriving. And it's the world of AI tools and people who build them. And one word seems to pop up everywhere: LangChain. So LangChain is this new Python framework, and it's been around for only a couple of months, but it has already become a favorite way to build AI tools. And you can build all kinds of stuff with it. You can build personal assistants, chatbots, even your own Auto GPT, and who knows, maybe you actually make it do something useful. I know that I didn't. A lot of companies are already looking for LangChain developers, and I want to prepare myself for the future that seems quite uncertain at this moment. And it seems like the best thing to do right now is to learn how to use it and how to build your own AI tools. But here's the thing. I am not a programmer. So before I started filming this video, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna be able to just build an AI tool using LangChain. So I dove into LangChain's documentation, and guess what? It's actually not that hard, and I'm confident when I say that anyone can actually use it. An important disclaimer: before I started working on the code, I spent a few days exploring LangChain's documentation. I really made an effort to understand the concepts, and I messed around with some of their examples in Google Colab notebooks. This was a necessary step that later allowed me to build an app in 20 minutes, and unless you put some effort into understanding the basic concepts first, I didn't think that you'll be able to do this quickly. But now, with Bard and GPT-4 that both have access to the internet, things are going to be much more easier for you. First of all, I'm going to ask GPT-4 to give me a YouTube scraping script in Python. The script will provide all the most viewed videos in the last 5 days that are related to the keywords that interest me. And then I'm going to install all the necessary dependencies. Disclaimer, this is not a code breakdown because this video would take too long. Second step, you're going to need 2 API keys for this app to work. One for YouTube that you can very easily enable via Google Console Services, and another one for OpenAI, although you can use some other LLMs, but for this tutorial I'm going to be using OpenAI. Then I asked GPT to provide a front end via Streamlit, which is the fastest way to build user interfaces for applications that are written in Python. So I just copy-pasted the script that I previously got from GPT-4. Now I'm going to open VS Code and copy-paste the code and then run it with Streamlit run api.py in the terminal. Now I have an interface where I can type anything that interests me, and I'll receive a list of videos with the biggest amount of views on YouTube. In LangChain documentation under indexes, you will find a few lines of code that will fetch transcripts. In LangChain, indexes are essentially a way of organizing documents to make them easily accessible for language models. More specifically, indexes are often used to find and return the most relevant documents based on user's query, although they can also be used for other purposes. For example, you can upload a document or PDF or a transcript, and then you can talk to it. In the end, I'll just copy-paste the lines from LangChain's documentation, which will make ChatGPT 3.5 summarize the transcript in a few sentences. I did run into a few errors from time to time, but GPT-4 was always able to debug the code. And again, I'm gonna mention that I'm not a programmer, but for me, this was the best way to actually learn something about Python. You can ask GPT-4 to explain to you what specific parts of code do, and I feel like this is one of the best ways to learn programming. So thank you for watching, and in case you're wondering how much you can do with AutoGPT, how good it is at generating maybe a website, you can check out some of my older videos.